Okay. Hi guys. I'm doing my teaching tool over the five senses. This teaching tool looks at science standards for kindergarten. Okay. There are two standards that my teaching tool addresses. The first one is focusing on the topic of engineer design. It's ETS 1.1 and it says ask and answer questions about the scientific world and gather information using the senses. The second one focuses on the topic of molecules to organisms, structures, and processes, and it is KLS 1.3. It says explain how humans use their five senses in making scientific findings. There are two learning objectives. The first one is students will be able to identify and describe the five senses, and the second one is students will understand that different senses are used for exploring and understanding different objects. The materials you'll need is the Five Senses video by PBS, a writing utensil of some sort. There are five worksheets, each one focuses on a different sense. And then there's a final worksheet which includes all of the senses. So for the first part of class, you're going to tell the students that you're going to talk about the five senses. And you can ask the students to give you a thumbs up if they can name the five senses. You'll then review the senses and what they do, and you can play the Five Senses video by PBS. I'm going to put a link over there. Have the students listen once to the words, then play the song again and encourage them to join in with the singing. Okay, teacher instruction. This is one of the big parts of the lesson. So you're going to give the students a chance to participate in a peer conversation about the five senses using the Think, Pair, Share protocol. So you're going to have your students sit knee to knee with a partner. They're going to take turns and they're going to listen to their partners. So make sure all students are facing a partner before you begin. And at your signal, you're going to allow the students some silent think time to consider what they know about their five senses, and then instruct students to take turns to share with their partner what they know. After that, you're going to call the group back together, choose student volunteers to share their own or their partner's thinking. You can prompt students to name a sense and which body part is used with that sense, and encourage students to build upon one another's thinking by asking them to provide examples of ways that each sense is used. For example, they could say, I use my ears to hear, I listen to music, or I use my nose to smell, I smell cookies baking. Guided practice. So you're going to make 5 groups with your students, and you're going to assign one of these senses to each group. The group will be in charge of completing the worksheet that goes along with their sense and reporting back to the class. You're going to review the rules for group work time, which are talk to your group about the topic, listen to others, and then take turns. Allow students time to complete the worksheet with their group. Remind students to talk about what they learned in the book, as well as what they already knew about their five senses as they work. Group members should take turns to draw as many items as possible on each worksheet. Call the whole group back together and allow each group a few minutes to share their worksheet with the class. And over here on the side, I put an example of a worksheet they would do. And then I included the other senses and what they would look like on the worksheet. So independent work. Have students complete the My Five Senses worksheet on their own. Once all the students have completed the worksheet, have them compare their response with a partner. Encourage students to justify their thinking by explaining why they match each sense with each picture. Ask students to consider whether there could be more than one correct way to match the pictures. And on the side again, I included the worksheet. So at the end of the lesson, to review, or maybe it's like an exit ticket, you can close out the lesson by having the students review the five senses, by calling out a scent, calling out each sense as they point to the associated body part. And that is all. Thank you guys.